So what happened was hey, it's Amber, back with another weekly movie talk. So you might have noticed something different from last week, maybe the fact that there wasn't a movie talk. Well, holy crap, last week was insane for me. I was being pulled in like 4 or 5 different ways. I had everything filmed, had started editing it, and then stuff with my actual job got so intense that once I got home from work, I would just unplug and pretty much pass out brain power wise. So we're gonna go over not only this past weekend, which was March 4th through the 6th, but also we're gonna go over the weekend before last, which was February 25th through the 27th numbers. Just so that we're not skipping a week technically, even though video didn't come out last week. But hey, I got the March new releases out, so at least I have that. Just a little update on my movie awards season watching. I had a big movie watching week, even though everything was pretty intense for me all last week. Might have been because I went to the movies a lot, who knows. Either way, this past week I watched The Batman, which, oh my god, go see it if you haven't. I finally got to see Spider-Man No Way Home. I watched the nominated short Lead Me Home, which is on Netflix. And what else did I watch? I have to check because I don't remember. I'm gonna check my track profile real quick, which if you guys don't know what that is, it's just a website, track.tv I believe, where you just kind of track what you're watching. I've been on it for a few years. I don't know what it is, but I like tracking what I'm watching so I remember what I have seen and what I haven't seen. Kind of the same thing with my Goodreads account, so I know what books I have read and haven't read because I forget. Oh, okay, so I watched Venom, finally, Let There Be Carnage. Movie was not good. And I finally got to watch The Book Thief, which is a few years old, but I finished the book a couple months back and I've been meaning to watch it, so I watched that. TV wise, I caught up with Love is Blind season 2, which if you love trashy television, you should definitely watch that because oh my god, the drama. I finished Inventing Anna, which is on Netflix. Both of these shows are on Netflix. Inventing Anna took a while to kind of get well, the whole thing's interesting because it's based on a true story, but it took about half the episodes to get interesting. There's 9 of them. And I think that was it for last week. Also, before we jump into everything, the BAFTAs are this Sunday, and from what I've kind of gathered, you could watch them live on, if you have a BritBox, which I'm assuming that's kind of like a satellite thing for us peeps in the North America region, or if you have the BBC stations, you could also watch it that way from what I've read somewhere. But I probably won't be streaming that because I've never watched the BAFTAs because I never knew how. Plus it's always at a weird time of the day where I'm actually having to do stuff, so I'll probably just do a reaction of the winners on Monday or something and then post it up later that week. Definitely let me know if you're interested to see that in the comments below. So enough of the updates, now let's get into the meat and potatoes. That is our weekly movie talk video. This is where we go over the new releases. Since I missed posting up last week's video, I'm going to go over March 4th through the 6th release, as well as this coming weekend, which is March 11th through the 13th. But let's see what last week's Amber had to say about that. The only new wide release we have is the Batman, because, you know, nobody wants to go up against the new Batman. There's a bunch of limited releases, but nothing that caught my eye, so are you planning on seeing it? Let me know down below, because I might. Alright, so now on to this coming weekend, which is March 11th through the 13th. It's a pretty easy one because if you watch my video from last week that I did put up for the new releases in March, you'll know that there is no wide releases for this coming weekend, which still stays true. The only thing that I did see limited wise that caught my interest was the movie Gold, starring my boy Zephron, or aka Zac Efron. I'm not gonna watch the trailer because funny enough, I just watched it the other day thinking that it was coming out in a couple months, but here we are. From what I remember, it looks like a pretty intense drama. It kind of had a feel like the Ryan Reynolds movie Buried. If you've ever seen that, it's a really good movie, you should. It's where he's buried for the entire movie. If you haven't seen it, that's pretty much what that whole movie is. It's amazing though. So this Zephron movie, somewhere in the desert, he accidentally finds some gold, and it looks like most of the movie he's just waiting around for this guy to come back with help to dig it up, and it's out in like the hottest of deserts, and he's probably having delusions. The trailer definitely didn't really have a pull towards me, so it's not something I would rush out to see, but I love Zac Efron. He's a great actor despite being very easy on the eyes. Definitely put the link down below for you guys to check out for yourself. Let me know what you think as well in the comments if you're gonna go see it or not. I'm probably gonna skip it, but I'm sure at some point I'll watch it. Alright, so even though I missed last week's video, I figured going over the top 10 from the week before is kind of, I think we're pretty much here for the top 5, so I will skip that part of last week's video. With that said, let's go over the changes for last week's numbers, which was for the weekend of March 4th through the 6th. We're saying goodbye to 2 movies this week, which don't really surprise me at all, sadly. For one of them, that is. The first one, coming in at number 12 after only being in the charts for 2 weeks, was Studio 666, which was previously at number 8. Sometimes people just don't want to have stupid funny movies, even though it does look hilarious but also pretty funky. The other one, coming in at number 11 after 4 weeks on the charts, is Marry Me, and it was previously at number 7. And I feel like that's a drop because it kind of looked too cutesy for people to go see it in theaters. Plus, I'm sure it's not, like I've been saying, it's not helping that you could stream it on I think it's HBO Max. It's not HBO Max, it's, I don't remember which one it is. You can stream it online. I do know that. See you guys on the streaming services, because I'm sure that Studio 666 will pop up pretty quick. That seems like something that would do really well streaming, to be honest. Now on to the actual top 10. Coming in at number 10, which was previously number 10, was the movie Scream, which I still need to go see because it'll probably be the next one out of the top 10 and out of theaters, and then I will cry. At number 9, I'm not even going to try to attempt to say this name, but I'll just put it here somewhere. But yeah, in its opening weekend, it broke into the top 10, so kudos to you. At number 8 was Cyrano, which was previously at number 9. Another one I need to still go see. At number 7 is Jackass Forever, which was previously at number 5. And also another one I need to go see ASAP. And then at number 6 is Sing 2, holding strong to that position because it was also number 6 the previous weekend. I guess by telling you what they previously were kind of goes over the missed week video too. So hey, 2 birds, 1 stone. Let's go see how well I did for the top 5. Even though you don't know what I predicted last week since it wasn't posted. Yes, I'm gonna bring it up a lot. I missed last week's video posting. I'm sorry. Oh hey, if you're having fun, make sure to like and share this video with other movie fans you may know of. And don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell so you don't miss out on any other videos that I might post up, because it is a new month, which means there's going to be another celebrity birthday video at some point during this month, because finally I realized, like, I need to stop thinking that I could put more than one up a month. Good God, I don't know what I was thinking in December. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on my random videos. Now back to me. So before we get to the top 5, let's hear from Amber in the past from last week to see what my predictions were for last weekend. So again, last weekend was February 25th through the 27th, and this is the top 5 that I thought would happen. At number 5, I chose Death of the Nile. At number 4, I chose Spider-Man No Way Home. At number 3, I chose Dog. At number 2, I chose Studio 666 for its opening weekend. And at number 1, of course, I predicted Uncharted would stay on top at number 1. Cool, now we can go over the top 5. Main event for 2 weeks. First, we're gonna hear from me in the past for week February 25th to the 27th. And then I'm gonna tell you how last weekend was, which was March 4th through the 6th. All right, main event, top 5 for the weekend of February 25th through the 27th. Let's go. At number 5 was Jackass Forever, making $3 million this past weekend, and it was previously at number 5. At number 4 was Death on the Nile, making $4 million, and it was previously also at number 4. At number 3 was Spider-Man No Way Home, making $5 million this past weekend, and it was previously also at number 3. At number 2 was Dog, making $10 million this past weekend, and it was also previously at number 2. And at number 1, and the only one I got right this week, was Uncharted, making $23 million this past weekend, and like everyone else in the top 5, it was previously at number 1. Cool, my turn. Here are the top 5 for March 4th through the 6th. At number 5 was Death on the Nile, making $2 million, and was previously at number 4. At number 4 is Spider-Man No Way Home, making $4 million, and was previously at number 3. At number 3 is Dog, making $6 million, and it was previously at number 2. Starting to see that pattern, right? At number 2 was Uncharted, making $11 million, and it was previously at number 1. So you know what that means. At number 1 in its opening weekend was The Batman, making $120 million for its opening weekend. That is totally expected. Not gonna lie, I actually thought a few groups of people I should say, would try to boycott it, because how many Batmans do we have at this point? Good God. And for it to be Robert Pattinson, and after the fact how bad Ben Affleck was received, you just kind of feel like it's just gonna continue going downhill, but surprise, surprise. Also, oh my God, I got all of them right. That makes me happy considering it was the Batman opening weekend, and that's my boy, RP. So yay! First weekend in March, all of them right. Proud of myself. And since this is the start of a new month, that means it's report card time. So I haven't looked up the numbers yet. I'll just put them here for you to look at, and I'm sure they're bad, but hey, how well did you do this past month with your predictions? Let me know down below. Alright, so let's go over this coming weekend's predictions, which is for March 11th through the 13th. I really don't think there's going to be any kind of threat to the top 5, so I feel like it's going to be the same as this past weekend. That means number 5 I think is going to be Death on the Nile, number 4 I think is going to be Spider-Man No Way Home, Dog at number 3, Uncharted at number 2, and The Batman at number 1. The only thing I could see maybe happening is Spider-Man No Way Home jumping over Dog for the number 3 spot, and Sing 2 jumping over Death on the Nile for the 5th spot. That's the only thing that might actually happen, but this is the 5 that I'm choosing. No change at all. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments, and when I remember to, I will also put mine down there so we can compare and see who gets more right next week. So that's a wrap for this week's movie talk. If you had fun today, remember to let me know down below. And until next time, tell your mother I said hello. Bye, y'all.